Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It is me, Curly K Glam. Y'all, this is the last video that I'm recording with this shirt on. Y'all, I know I've had like multiple videos with this shirt on, but y'all, I've been meaning to get this content out for at least 2 weeks, and I had a lot going on, and I'm sitting down and doing it while my gears are grinding, y'all, because I gotta get this stuff out. So this last video is gonna be on hair grease, y'all. I just wanted to go over 5 hair greases that I've used recently and that I like. This video is kind of inspired by Twist and Shout. If you're not familiar with Twist and Shout, she is a natural hair YouTuber, and she's done reviews on plenty of products, plenty of oils. She's even made her own oils and hair greases. But right now she's on this grease challenge, and I started using grease back in the beginning of 2020 because I was experiencing a little bit of dry scalp. You know how sometimes in the wintertime, like when the seasons are transitioning, your scalp kind of go through a little bit. It's kind of like, you know how like when your skin feel extra dry, you know, in the summertime you don't got to put on lotion and stuff like that because your skin tends to hold moisture a little bit better versus when it's cooler outside, your skin gets a little bit more drier. So my scalp was going through a little bit something like that, and so I was like, maybe I need to go back to hair grease to get my scalp right. And so the hair grease of choice that I started out with was this Cream of Nature hair grease, and as y'all can see, it's nothing in there because my husband is embracing his natural hair now, and he uses hair grease every day. Y'all, look at that corner. He know he be sticking his finger in his hair grease, okay? I told him we won't buy no more hair grease until we finish these hair greases in here because we got 5 of them, okay? But this is the hair grease that I started off with last year, and I used it because, of course, as you know, I'm a Cream of Nature girl, and I used to love the argan oil line, but I no longer use the argan oil line anymore. I use the mango butter line. But when I saw this was new, I was like, okay, let me try this, because you know the argan oil line kept my hair very moisturized. I had everything from that line. I had the shampoo, conditioner, leave-on conditioner, the hair mask. I had the wrap foaming lotion. I had the hair polisher. I had the heat protector serum. I had everything from that line. And you know, like, I'm the type of person where if I find a line and it works on my hair and it works well, I'm gonna stick with that because that's what my hair knows. And plus, my mama, I grew up using Cream of Nature. Cream of Nature didn't have all them lines back then. No, they only had like one line, and it was in a blue and white bottle with a yellow cap. But this argan oil hair grease was so good, and y'all, I had braids. I'm telling y'all, in 3 weeks, I had so much new growth. That was back in March 2020. I went through, I think we went through, me and my husband we have gone through 3 of these in the last year because it's January 2021 now. This here, of course, hair grease is based from petrolatum. It says it's argan oil from Morocco for exotic shine, nourishment, and protection. This oil-rich formula restores moisture, softens, and hydrates hair and scalp, gives hair long-lasting exotic shine and incredible softness for improved manageability. Great for all hair types, relaxed and natural. And the directions is to apply to hair and scalp using fingertips and massage thoroughly, comb and brush into desired style, and keep out of reach of children. Y'all, like I said, this hair grease, and you know, sometimes the hair grease has a different smell. This smells exactly like the argan oil line. So if you did not like the argan oil Cream of Nature hair line, I do not advise you to purchase this because it has that same aroma. And I know a lot of people thought that it smelled a little cologne-y. I liked it. I didn't think it was offensive. It had an offensive smell, but some people thought it was offensive and they didn't like it. So if you don't like this line, I won't recommend this grease, but this hair grease is good. And of course, you know, argan oil is good for stimulating and promoting hair growth. The next hair grease is the Bronner Brothers Extra Light Double Strength Super Grow, rich in proteins with vitamin E, and it has sage, sulfur, coconut oil, and it's paraben free. And of course, you know, Bronner Brothers is a black-owned business. I ended up getting this hair grease. I recommended this to my husband because back in the day, y'all, I know y'all acting funny now because we got all these different products, and you know we got a lot to choose from when we go in the store now versus back in the day we had like 5 lines to choose from. But this is the hair grease my mama used to put on my hair. I know a lot of people grew up with Black Magic, but I grew up with Bronner Brothers, and this was the exact grease, except for it was in a white container. It still had the blue BB on it. It had the blue BB on the front, and the writing was in orange, y'all. That's a throwback for y'all. But this hair grease does contain sage and sulfur and coconut oil. If you have a coconut oil sensitivity, I do not advise this hair grease, but this is a lighter hair grease. It's not really heavy. Of course, if you add enough a lot of grease to your hair or to your scalp, you will be greasy, duh. The first ingredient, petrolatum, mineral oil, coconut oil, keratin, sesame seed oil, scientific name, wheat germ, vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E. So it has a lot of vitamins in it that promotes hair growth, y'all. Grease was always where it was at. You know, back then, our mamas did do nothing but wear our hair and braid it and use grease, and our hairs was long and luxurious back then. So I'm getting back to the old routine. Water, cream, grease, lock it in. I wouldn't use grease all the time per se, but you know, every few days I do grease my scalp. I do like this. I bought this also because, like I said, in the wintertime, you know, wintertime and the cooler temperatures can be harsher on your hair. So I did advise for my husband to get this. I did use this, you know, when braiding and maintaining my natural hair when I don't have braids. But I have not been using this as of late. My husband has been using it. Of course, let me show y'all. He stays sticking his finger in something, y'all, but he using it. So this hair is, this grease, like I said, has sulfur in it. Sulfur definitely promotes hair growth. A lot of the hair growth and old school greases had sulfur in it, and we all had long, luxurious hair. So this is a grease I definitely recommend. Of course, you can use this to make your grease concoctions, because I know I saw a lot of grease concoctions here on YouTube. This Bronner Brothers grease is the shea butter and black castor oil shea castor strengthener. It seals in moisture and adds shine. This did come from the newest collection from Bronner Brothers. So if you don't know, Bronner Brothers has like a protective style collection where they got different things. I did buy this along with the mango butter. I used to use that mango butter on my hair all the time when I was wearing wigs. I know I haven't been using it lately. I still have that under my sink, the mango butter. But I did use that. It has an amazing smell. And I used to use that and this grease. Of course, this to grease my scalp. And then that to braid and twist my hair for under my wigs. So that was my foundation under my wigs. This has like a brownish, yellowish look. Y'all, it smells so good. I'm trying to tell you. It smells so good. Of course, you know, shea butter is definitely the top #1 thing a lot of natural products use for its properties. It's a nice, creamy, rich, oily product. It adds a lot of moisture to your skin, hair, nails, whatever you want to use on it. Of course, black castor oil is known for promoting hair growth, and the shea butter gives it a nice aroma, because, you know, sometimes castor oil can have a harsh, like, nutty smell to me. But, of course, the #1 ingredient, petrolatum, black castor oil, shea butter, coconut oil, and another word for castor oil, fragrance. That's it. And it says, shea castor strengthener has a blend of Jamaican black castor oil, pure shea butter, and coconut oil to promote growth, strength, and moisture. Is great for all types of hair, whether natural, lax, pressed, or color treated. And so you definitely don't have to worry about your hair, you know, going anywhere. And of course, I've been sharing the grease with my husband, and it's been being used, y'all. That's all I can say. This is a good grease. He does like this grease. He definitely loves this. This is his #1. I think he likes this, but I don't think he likes it as much as this, because he definitely was on this for a while before I introduced him to the Cream of Nature grease. This was the grease that he stopped using and I started using, and I started using it. I didn't realize that he had it, but I started using it because he said he didn't like it. And I know Char Twist and Shout. She uses a lot of softy greases, and I know a lot of people have if they use a softy grease, one of the #1 greases that they use was the hair food and the Indian hemp. This has like a neon green color. It smells real basic, y'all, like real basic hair grease. It reminds me of this orange curling wax my mom used to use to straighten my hair with a hot comb. It has a real basic smell. It's enriched with vitamin E. It says it's a light, non-greasy conditioner enriched with natural herbs, wheat germ oil, vitamin E, and lanolin. I don't really know what lanolin is, but I'm familiar with all the rest of them. And it says it helps soften and condition damaged hair, provides gloss and manageability for your hair, controls new growth, and maintains smooth, well-groomed look you desire. And use softy hair food to style your hair and set your hair for its natural resistance to moisture. Now, one day I did wash my hair, and I did use hair grease on my ends. I think I'm just going to start doing that all the time now, because applying hair grease to my ends helps keep that moisture locked in. Because you know, when you wear wigs and you twisting and braiding your hair under your wig, the ends can be the driest part of your hair, and in order to retain length, you got to keep those ends healthy, and you got to keep them clipped and moisturized. So I've been using this. I've also been using this on my hair while I have braids to keep my scalp moisturized. I probably use this no more than 1 to 2 times a week, depending upon how the weather is outside, especially. But with braid grease, y'all, this grease with these braids, I'm telling y'all see my braids. My braids have been growing fast because of grease, y'all. You don't have to grease your scalp every day, but it's just a good way to moisture your hair. I know sometimes you get the best results when you do damp your hair, but I use it a lot, especially on my nape and on my edges, because keep them moisturized, because those is what is on the scarf causing friction, you know, when you're laying in bed and stuff. And when you wear like hair wraps and stuff like that, it can dry your edges and stuff out, so it's good to add that back in there. And these are one of the greases that don't have a lot in it. It's just got like the basic oils in it that you want to use. And last but not least, now this definitely, I bought this because of Twist and Shout, and it is the Blue Magic Castor Oil Grease. I know Will on the Whim did all 18 greases, which I wasn't used to. I've only used one Black Magic grease outside of this, and it was coconut oil, but that was back in the day. And when me and my husband was dating, I used to let him use it on his hair because I didn't necessarily care for the coconut oil one like that. I didn't really see no results in what it was doing. But as far as the castor oil, it has a funny smell. It's not offensive though. It's just something I'm not used to compared to all the rest of those greases. Those greases have a totally different smell compared to this one. This is more sweet and candy-like. I don't think my husband been dipping in this one. This one just been me mostly. But you know, if he been using it, it'll be pretty much almost gone. But it's going to take us a long time to get rid of this just because it has so much, you know, in it. But yeah, y'all. It's made with pure castor oil, shea butter, and aloe vera. And if petrolatum, castor seed, beeswax, shea butter, safflower seed oil, coconut extract, aloe extract, clove flower extract, henna, lanolin, you know, typical. But this is a good grease. This also has been, this is the one of the 2 hair greases. This and a softy hair food is the grease that I've been using while maintaining these braids. And y'all, my hair is growing. So get back on the grease train, girl. You ain't gotta weigh your hair down with grease, but it's definitely good for your natural hair. And water and hair grease is all we used to live off back in the day. And if it was good enough back then, it's good enough now. You just got to know how to use it and how to, you know, do your hair. So yeah, y'all, let me know. Are you back using grease, girl? And what grease did you grow up on? Let me know. Like I told you, I grew up on the Bronner Brothers, this grease, this Supergirl grease. But I have used other greases, but these are the only 5 I have on hand right now. I know one other grease that I did like that I don't have now is the Palmer's olive oil grease. That olive oil grease was everything. My husband did like that grease as well back in the day. But I haven't purchased it in a long time. So if I don't purchase it, he don't use it. But yeah, y'all. So that's all I have for y'all. I know this video got kind of long and chatty, but I just had to, you know, throw these ideas out here to y'all. Let me know what y'all think. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Curly Cake Glam, and I'll be back with more. Deuces.